What's up, guys? So, just a quick little visualization and guide, I guess, to the first boss. It's gonna be pretty simplistic, so I'll just quickly go over like the mechanics of the boss. So we just kind of start with these walls up. I made them red because it's a bit easier to see in the raid plan, but they're like purple in game. Can't miss them. Massive walls. Whenever you go through a wall, you basically die. The only way you can pass a wall is by using the extra action button on your new cloak, and that will TP you like 10 yards forward. So basically, if you're standing here and you want to pass this wall, you use your cloak. It's kind of like a blink in a way, and then you end up here and you get back into the real world and you're safe, right? So that's like kind of part of the mechanics in this fight. So first, you just smack the boss, and then 4 people are going to get targeted by small circles. You want to put these far to the side. It doesn't matter where, by the way. They can be like here, they can be up here. It doesn't really matter. As long as they're like far away from the raid. The reason why is the boss does like a soak and knockback mechanic, which knocks quite far. If you have like a random circle in the back of the raid here, whenever anyone touches the circle, you basically get TP'd into a random spot. It's really bad. So definitely avoid that. So put the circles nice on the edge in every single phase. Then after that happened, we're gonna get like a tank mechanic where the tank gets it's literally sprocket monger tank mechanic where you get like a bomb on you. You run based on the distance the tank has to the group. You take less damage, so tank just runs far, and we can use our cloak to go through the walls at any given point. We can also walk backwards if that's easier, but either works. Explosion goes off. Raid takes some damage. Cool, that's that. Then next up is like the soak mechanic. So what happens is basically like one group or like one player gets targeted. It's either tanks or it's random players, I forgot, but doesn't matter really. One person gets targeted. We just divide in 2 groups, right? First group soaks. You get knocked back. So you get knocked back based on the center of the circle, right? So you really got to make sure you don't get knocked. Like if it was like this, the healer would get knocked straight into here, right? Which is really bad. So always make sure you get knocked backwards, basically. The first one happens, and then the second one happens in quick succession. So if you soaked, you get knocked back, and then the people that didn't soak will then step into the second soak and get knocked. That's basically a rinse and repeat. There's one more mechanic, which is basically one of these walls will slowly come moving towards us like this, right? So it's just a matter of using your cloak at the correct time. So we're fighting the boss, the mechanics are going out, this wall is coming in, and boom, it's right here. Everyone used their cloak to get through the wall basically as it's moving, and the wall disappears, right? And then that's that. And you kind of just rinse and repeat that a couple times. Then boss goes into intermission. He will remove one wall. He will TP to the end. We all get teleported to the start here. There's going to be like 2 adds. So there's going to be like an add here and an add here or whatever. There's a bunch of obstacles in the way. You just dodge them. You kill the adds. Get to the boss. Boss has a shield. So anyone that does like increased shield damage should probably just rush the boss and just fucking nuke him. And the remaining people can just deal with the adds. We'll just do a light split, nothing too crazy. And then we basically rinse and repeat, right? So these adds are dead. New circles are going to come out. Tank goes away again, blah, 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 blah. Holy shit, voice crack. I'm getting ill. Don't blame me. Yep, that's that. And basically, as you can see on the testing here, just to kind of show you like what that looks like, right? So these circle people are moving out. This is the soak of the group. You'll see it here. So people soak, they get knocked back. As you can see, quite far. You can see this person on the side here is getting knocked pretty far out. If you look here, person on the left, you can see my cursor vaguely, but he lands like pretty close to the circle. So you really don't want to get knocked in the circle, so make sure you get knocked in the correct direction, kind of like this player is doing. And then let's just kind of rinse and repeat. If we fast forward to the intermission here, so there's an ad here on the right side, as you can see. And there's an ad here. There's these lasers that move. You want to dodge those fields you want to dodge, and the puddles on the floor you want to dodge. And you just want to kill the ad. Ad realistically only is going to need, on Mythic, probably like 3 people to DPS it down. Really doesn't take much, so just deal damage to it on your way there. If you see one ad is behind, just stick behind, kill it, and go boss. And intermission as well, these waves will come out. This is the wall I was talking about. So you just have to use your cloak like he does here as well. Use cloak, boom. get TP'd through, and then you're all good. Just try and make sure you avoid going into any of the other mechanics. So now boss shield gets broken, a couple seconds further, there we go. And you just literally repeat, right? So all the old puddles will still be in the far back, but we're moved up now, so that's kind of it. Yeah, that about covers it, I think. GG's, easy kill, top 10.